Hi BookTube! It's Missy, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my tips for reading multiple books at one time. I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to do this video because today is the start of the Bout of Books 12.0 readathon, and I have 5 easy steps in order to read more than one book at one time. Step 1, get yourself a notebook. I like the physical version because I like to write everything down, but you can also use an app on your phone or an Excel spreadsheet, however you wish to do so. This is step 1. Step 2 is to pick the books you plan on reading for that week. I have 5 here, and I'm hoping to get through all of these. Step 3, decide whether you are a page reader or a chapter reader. Some people like reading 50 pages a day, 100 pages a day, or some people like myself can't stop in the middle of a chapter and they have to read all the way through until the chapter is over. It's kind of like an OCD kind of thing. I cannot stop in the middle of a chapter. It kind of drives me crazy. So that's number 3. Pick which one you are more comfortable doing, either doing the pages or doing the chapters. Step 4, break your books down. So, for instance, I'm going to be reading The Vampire Academy. If you are a page counter, you would break this book down by taking the total number of pages, which is 332, dividing it by 7 days, and your total would be about 48 pages a day. If you go on the calculator, it'll probably say 47.4, something like that. I just round it. Obviously, you can't read, or you could, but that would be strange, to read 47 and a half pages. Just round it to 48. If you are a chapter reader like me, I would stop at the 4th chapter. And I tend to read until I get to, for instance, for this book, I will read until I get to chapter 4, and then I will just move this tab 4 more chapters to chapter 8. So I have a bookmark that I use, and then I will read until I get to the next one, and then I will put it down. But I do that for all of my books. So this one will be 4 chapters a day. This one will be about 7 chapters a day. Once I get through all 5 of my books, I will have about 25 chapters every day, which seems like a ton, but if you think about it, some books have 25 chapters in it, some have a little bit more. So basically, you're reading an entire book every single day, and you'll be done in no time, I promise. The 5th step is to follow through. You must read the number of pages or the number of chapters from every single book on your list in order to have all of your books finished within that week. I'm pretty good at keeping up. Sometimes I'll find a book that I enjoy a lot more and I will then just continue reading. But for the most part, I try to stick to the page numbers or chapters that I have written down. That way I can definitely get all of them done by the end of the week. For beginners, when you do multiple books, I would do maybe 2 at a time. That way you can get however many you want done and definitely know. I mean, 5 is ambitious, and I know I can do it. I've done it before, but sometimes it gets really hard and I get tired. I really like reading multiple books at one time because there are times when I'll read a book that I'm just not enjoying and I feel like I'm in a reading slump, and I'll put the book down and then I'll get distracted and I'll watch just YouTube videos all day. So this keeps you in the reading flow if you can put a book down that you don't like and pick up another one because you know, oh, I don't really like this book, but I'm only reading 20 pages today. I can get through it. I'll pick up the next one and it'll be different. It might also be helpful for you if you pick different genres of books when you're reading multiple books. That way you don't get the stories mixed up. So if you want to try a middle grade and an adult fiction and maybe a nonfiction or a horror and then a contemporary, you won't be able to mix up the characters because they're all from completely different worlds. I know with mine, I tend to read mostly just paranormal, and so sometimes I'll feel like, oh, this book kind of sounds like the one I'm already reading, but I'm pretty good about keeping track of my different characters. I take notes from the books that I read, so I'll write character names down, where the places are located, stuff like that to keep track, especially when I'm reading multiple books at once. Hopefully this helped you in reading more books at one time. Good luck to all of those that are participating in the About a Book readathon. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!